Congress has played, and must continue to play, a crucial role in protecting children. Unfortunately, history has shown that congressional intervention is sometimes necessary. I want to remind everyone of the Larry Nassar case, involving the abuse of young girls and the FBI's deeply flawed investigation. In response to cases like that, Senator Blumenthal and I passed legislation expanding federal authority when crimes against children are committed outside the United States, particularly when offenders follow young athletes to international competitions.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thanks all your witnesses. I'm sorry I missed your testimony for other reasons that's already been explained to you. I'm glad that we're here discussing this very important issue today. I happen to be a father, grandfather, and great-grandfather, but regardless, we all got to be with this worthy cause that we're discussing today. Congress has and will continue to play a crucial role. Unfortunately, Congress has had to intervene in times in the past. I just want to remind people of the Larry Nassar thing dealing with young girls and the botched investigation of the FBI. And Senator Ossoff and I got a bill passed that would further give federal intervention in the case of those crimes being committed if they're committed outside the United States by somebody following young people to international meets. It's also important to hold online service providers accountable in keeping our children safe. This Earn It Act, which I was an original co-sponsor of last year, ensures online service providers that fail to crack down on certain contents are not able to escape because of Section 230 intervention. And also protecting children online also means combating human trafficking. And Senator Feinstein and I have passed legislation in that area as well. Of course, it's impossible to discuss protecting children online without pointing out the unfortunate role of social media and the internet playing in the overdose of drug deaths, drug overdose deaths among our children. And I look forward to discussing that strategy to prevent those. So I'm going to go to Mr. Pizarro first. Recently, an Iowa family lost their daughter because she bought a fake prescription pill from a drug dealer on Snapchat. It contained fentanyl. Her family is suing to try and hold Snapchat accountable. One particular allegation is that Snapchat's algorithms connected their child with a drug dealer who she did not know previously, which I would find especially disturbing. So for you, to the best of your ability, can you explain to this committee how Snapchat's algorithms protect children with drug dealers?
Thank you, Mr. Grassley. As far as the Snapchat and the algorithms, not 100% sure on how Snapchat is doing it, but I could talk to the broader experience of cell phone usage as far as apps and drugs, because whether it's narcotics, whether it's child exploitation, whether it's pictures and videos, whether it's emojis, everything is done through that social media. Again, that's where children are. So it's very easy to target them specifically in those realms. So I think a lot of times you're going to have that. Again, whether it be fentanyl, whether it be marijuana, it doesn't matter the drug, but the scope is where I can target those individuals, and the offenders as well as the individuals selling that know that.
You said you couldn't speak specifically to Snapchat. So I was going to ask you what social media needs to do differently to stop what's happening. But you could answer the second part of that question. What can the government do better?
Well, the government can do a lot better as far as that we're talking about today. We need a little bit more, first of all, uniformity, age identification, identity verification. There's a lot of times where the users, tomorrow I can go get a phone and be whoever I want to be. I can get a phone, I can create an app, I can create a fake email address, and then use it for whatever reasons I need to. So from that perspective is that From the tech companies, we need a little bit more from that moderation, that aspect, who's on what end of the phone.
Yeah. My next and last question will be to Ms. DeLone, if I'm pronouncing your name right. Technology created these problems, and technology advances will be essential to fighting these problems in the future. So can you tell me about the tools available today to address the online dangers to children, and what more should social media do and online platforms do to protect children?
Thank you, Senator. There are various initiatives and technologies that are being used by some social media companies, certainly not all. And because of these tools, such as searching surgically for known child sexual abuse material, companies are able to surface it. There are other companies that are voluntarily choosing to look for online enticement and instances where children might be sextorted online, where offenders target them for imagery or for financial gain. There's an important aspect of companies being transparent of what tools they're using, not only for the consumer to understand what platforms are doing, but also to share with one another what the best practices are. When everyone is speaking freely, we're able not only to see what works, but also what significant gaps still exist.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Senator Coons.
Thank you, and thank you to Chair Durbin and to Ranking Member Graham for both convening this hearing and
It is also essential to hold online service providers accountable for keeping children safe. The EARN IT Act, which I was an original co-sponsor of last year, ensures that online platforms that fail to crack down on illegal content cannot hide behind Section 230 protections. Protecting children online also means combating human trafficking. Senator Feinstein and I have passed legislation addressing that issue as well. Of course, it is impossible to discuss online child safety without addressing the troubling role social media and the internet play in the rising number of drug overdose deaths among young people. I look forward to discussing strategies to address and prevent these tragedies. Let me turn now to Mr. Pizarro. Recently, an Iowa family lost their daughter after she purchased a fake prescription pill from a drug dealer she encountered on Snapchat. The pill contained fentanyl. Her family is now suing to hold Snapchat accountable. One particularly disturbing allegation is that Snapchat's algorithm connected their child with a drug dealer she had never known before. To the best of your ability, can you explain to this committee how Snapchat's algorithms protect children from being connected with drug dealers? Mr. Pizarro responded by noting that while he could not speak specifically about Snapchat's internal algorithms, the broader issue extends across all social media platforms. He explained that drugs, child exploitation, illicit images, and coded language, often using emojis, are commonly trafficked through social media because that is where children spend much of their time. This makes them easy targets for offenders. When asked what the government could do better, Mr. Pizarro emphasized the need for stronger and more uniform age verification and identity authentication. He warned that individuals can easily create fake accounts, fake emails, and false identities, making it difficult to know who is truly on the other end of a device. He argued that technology companies must do more to moderate and verify users on their platforms. The senator then directed his final question to Ms. DeLone, noting that while technology has contributed to these problems, technological advances will also be essential in solving them. Ms. DeLone explained that a range of tools already exist to address online dangers to children, though not all companies use them. Some platforms actively scan for known child sexual abuse material, while others voluntarily look for signs of online enticement or sextortion, where children are targeted for explicit images or financial exploitation. She stressed the importance of transparency, both so consumers understand what platforms are doing and so companies can share best practices with one another. According to Ms. DeLone, open collaboration allows the industry to identify what works, while also exposing gaps that still need to be addressed. Following her testimony, the chairman thanked the witnesses and recognized Senator Coons as the hearing continued.